Now the degree we're given is going to tell us the number of instances of our variable we want in our initial setup. And because we have a 1 plus I, we need to also include the conjugate 1 minus I for our zeros. So it's going to give us x minus 4, x minus 1 plus I, and x minus 1 minus I. What's important to note here is that it's actually easier to complete the math if we leave the 1 plus I and the 1 minus I inside the parentheses that they're in. And you'll see why in a moment. So now we're going to perform polynomial multiplication on the two conjugates that we have there. We're going to multiply x times x, which is going to give us x squared, and then x times that negative 1 minus I, which will give us negative x times 1 minus I. We then take the negative 1 plus I, multiply that by x, which will give us negative x times 1 plus I, and now we multiply the two parentheses with I together. So this is going to be 1 plus I times 1 minus I. And now because we're multiplying conjugates, we're going to get 1 minus I squared. The two middle terms are going to cancel out. I squared is equal to negative 1, so that's going to be the same thing as 2. So all together, the two negatives combine, and the 2, we're going to get positive 2. So this is going to give us x minus 4 times x squared minus x plus xi minus x minus xi plus 2. You can see we have two similar terms there in terms of the xi's, so we can cancel those out, which will leave us with x squared minus 2x plus 2. And now we can perform polynomial multiplication on this group. So we're going to take x, multiply it by x squared. We're going to take x and multiply it by negative 2x, which will give us negative 2x squared, and then multiply it by 2, which will give us a positive 2x. We then go back to the negative 4 and repeat the process. We'll have negative 4x squared, positive 8x, and a negative 8. And if we clean everything up here and change the order around, we will have our final answer, which is x cubed minus 6x squared plus 10x minus 8.